Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to show you how the align items property works on a Flex container. The align items property is basically used to align the Flex items in the Flex container. I have made some changes to the index.html file on line number 11. I changed the title. On line number 14, I also changed the text for the H1 heading tag. I've also made some changes to the CSS file. I've given the container a height on line number 3 with the height property. I set that to 200 pixels. And also on line number 4, I have added the align-items property, and I've set the value to center. The center value for the align items property is going to align the Flex items in the middle of the container. If we take a look at the Flex container, we can see the Flex items have been aligned in the middle of the container. You can see the items are in the middle of the container. You can also align the Flex items at the top of the container by using the value flex-start. So on line number 4 here, I've changed the value of the align-items property to flex-start. And what this will do, it will align the Flex items at the top of the container. If we take a look at the Flex items in the container, we can see they have been aligned at the top of the container. So even if I resize the browser window, you can see the alignment is still at the top of the container. We can also align the Flex items to appear at the bottom of the container by using the flex-end value. So on line number 4, I've changed the value of the align-items property to flex-end. And what this will do, it will align all the Flex items at the bottom of the container. So if we take a look at the Flex items, we can see they've all been aligned at the bottom of the container. So even if I resize my web browser window, you can see the Flex items are aligned at the bottom of the container. You can also align the Flex items to fill the container, which is the default setting. And you do this by setting the value of the align-items property to stretch. So what this stretch value will do, it will stretch the Flex items to fill the container. So on line number 4, I've changed the value of the align-items property to stretch. So we can see that when the align items property is set to a value of stretch, it stretches the Flex items to fill the container. Even if I resize the browser window, you can see that the Flex items have been stretched to fill the container. You can also align the Flex items at their baseline by using the baseline value. So on line number 4 here, I've changed the value for the align-items property to baseline. And what this will do, it will align the Flex items such as their baseline align. So it tends to align them at their baseline. To illustrate how the baseline value works for the align items property, I've made some changes to the index.html file. I have nested some elements in the divs from line 18 to 21. So I've nested an H1 element, H6 element, H3 element, and I've also added an extra div and nested a small element inside that. A small element tag basically defines small text or smaller text. It's mainly used for things like copyright and other site comments. If we take a look at the flex items, you can see that they appear to be aligned at their base line level. So even if I resize my browser window, you can see that the alignment stays the same on the base line of each flex item.